conversation. Silver and black talk got the whole nation waiting. Weekdays live and you know how we go. This the Lunatic Raider show. Tap in, we stay mobbing. Update the squad, break the news when it drops. Rumors, headlines, yeah, we covered a lot. 3 p.m. West, 6 p.m. East, we on go. This the Lunatic Raider show. Raider Nation, let's roll. Pull up on the stream, yeah, the nation in the room. Silver and black on my back like a full moon. Breaking news hit, we don't wait, we react. I'm the voice of the nation, put the truth on the map. From the locker room leaks to the rumors in the wind. If it's Raiders allegiance, then you know it's locked in. Monday through Friday, yeah, we cracking it live. Raider fans worldwide, all tapping in the vibe. Top your cars, Lunatic, got the city on tilt. Al Davis torch lit like a legacy built. Ain't no sugar coat, we keep it raw, keep it real. Silver helmets, black shields, that's the code, that's the feel. Hit the live stream, nation slide with the quickness. Every rival talk loud till they end up on the hit list. Rumor on the line, yeah, we break it with precision. Vim cut, stats up, every show's a new vision. Letters of yens, the platform the truth fits. We don't do soft takes, we deliver the real hits. From draft to the field, every play, every quote, we the pulse of the nation. Every hater gets smoked. 3 o'clock west, 6 o'clock on the east. When Lunatic Raiders speak, conversation increase. Put respect on the shield, this the nation's heartbeat. Silver and black on the track with that West Coast heat. Raider Nation, stand tall, stay ready, stay bold. Catch us weekdays live, let the story unfold. From Vegas to the globe, let the whole world know you tuned in to the Lunatic Raider show. And we mobbing. Raider, yeah, we run the conversation. Silver and black talk got the whole nation waiting. Weekdays live and you know how we go. This the Lunatic Raider show. Tap in, we stay mobbing. Update the squad, break the news when it drops. Rumors, headlines, yeah, we covered a lot. 3 p.m. West, 6 p.m. East, we on go. This the Lunatic Raider show. Raider Nation, let's roll. Pull up on the stream, yeah, the nation in the room. Silver and black on my back like a full moon. Breaking news hit, we don't wait, we react. I'm the voice of the nation, put the truth on the map. From the locker room leaks to the rumors in the wind. If it's Raiders allegiance, then you know it's locked in. Monday through Friday, yeah, we cracking it live. Raider fans worldwide, all tapping in the vibe. Top your cars, Lunatic, got the city on tilt. Al Davis torch lit like a legacy built. Ain't no sugar coat, we keep it raw, keep it real. Silver helmets, black shields, that's the code, that's the feel. Hit the live stream, nation slide with the quickness. Every rival talk loud till they end up on the hit list. Rumor on the line, yeah, we break it with precision. Vim cut, stats up, every show's a new vision. Letters of yens, the platform the truth fits. We don't do soft takes, we deliver the real hits. From draft to the field, every play, every quote, we the pulse of the nation. Every hater gets smoked. 3 o'clock west, 6 o'clock on the east. When Lunatic Raiders speak, conversation increase. Put respect on the shield, this the nation's heartbeat. Silver and black on the track with that West Coast heat. Raider Nation, stand tall, stay ready, stay bold. Catch us weekdays live, let the story unfold. From Vegas to the globe, let the whole world know you tuned in to the Lunatic Raider show. And we mobbing. Raider, yeah, we run the conversation. Silver and black talk got the whole nation waiting. Weekdays live and you know how we go. This the Lunatic Raider show. Tap in, we stay mobbing. Update the squad, break the news when it drops. Rumors, headlines, yeah, we covered a lot. 3 p.m. West, 6 p.m. East, we on go. This the Lunatic Raider show. Raider Nation, let's roll. Pull up on the stream, yeah, the nation in the room. Silver and black on my back like a full moon. Breaking news hit, we don't wait, we react. I'm the voice of the nation, put the truth on the map. From the locker room leaks to the rumors in the wind. If it's Raiders allegiance, then you know it's locked in. Monday through Friday, yeah, we cracking it live. Raider fans worldwide, all tapping in the vibe. Top your cars, Lunatic, got the city on tilt. Al Davis torch lit like a legacy built. Ain't no sugar coat, we keep it raw, keep it real. Silver helmets, black shields, that's the code, that's the feel. Hit the live stream, nation slide with the quickness. Every rival talk loud till they end up on the hit list.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
Rise, my nation. Gather around and prepare. Our pride will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked damnation. Rise, my nation. Rise! This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Can you dig it?
What it is, Raider Nation, what it is. Welcome to another edition of the Lunatic Raider Show, man, right here on Raiders Allegiance. And your boy, Lunatic Raider, got you today, boy. We got a show for you. We know there's a head coach in vacancy in Las Vegas, and we're going to go over the offensive-minded offensive head coaches that could possibly be candidates for this job, and why they would suit what we're looking for, and what we're trying to do. We got the number one overall pick. We got over $100 million under the cap. We got plenty of draft picks, potentially more, with compensatories coming up being named, as well as, Spike Tech is going to get down in the draft and trade back a couple of times or bring in some more. So there's a lot to discuss. I got a great breakdown of the main potential candidates, as well as names to keep your ear open to and keep your eye on, because there's some other guys that ain't nobody mentioning that possibly that fall in the frame of being offensive minded, whether they were OCs, quarterback coaches, former coaches, but whatever the line they come from, offensive is the side of the ball that they know. So we're going to get into it today, man. Shout out to the world's most dangerous chat. I appreciate y'all, man. And we going to get into it, man. We going to get into it today. Got a show for you. Oh, and happy hump day, by the way. Just make sure you don't get nothing on you. You feel me? So we're going to get into it, man. Let me see. I got to catch up with the chat. Y'all out here doing your thizzle, man. We got SA Big Dog in the building, man. You already know what it is, man.
From out of town. There you go. There you go.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Showcase Rule in the building, man. What it is, my brother. Let's
From out of town. There you go. There you go.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, enjoy the Pete Carroll bobblehead, man. You can get it for $9.99. No, I'm fucking with y'all. Fallout, man. The series on Prime Video from the video game. That's Pete Carroll, man. That's Pete Carroll up in there, man. Hey, there you go. There you go. You feel me? That's Pete Carroll in this motherfucker, man. He gonna learn one day. He gonna learn one day how to coach again. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Let me keep this train moving, man. Let me see. I gotta make sure I get everybody, man. Sacktown Raider Mike in the building, man. What it is, my brother. Hope all is well with you. Happy hump day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Let's go. Who else we got here? Oh, my guy, Mike G in the building, man. What it is, my brother. Hope all is well out in the Rocky Mountains. You feel me? Hope all is good with you. Let me see. Make sure we got everybody, man. We got Raider B out in the building, man. What it is, what it was, and what it always shall be, man. One nation. You feel me? Let's go. Let's go. It's hump day, baby. I'm about to go hump on somebody's leg. Let's get Miss Guided Angel in the building. Salute to you. Hope all is well. Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Yes, we're gonna have fun today with it. Got a good breakdown for y'all, man. I've been working. That's why I'm running a little late. I'm trying to put these videos together to give y'all more of a breakdown of exactly of these candidates. I've been out there looking for, like, okay, who could the Raiders be interested in? We got the number one pick. Most likely it's going to be a QB. If it is a QB, and we know the offensive side of the ball is our weakness, that's our Achilles heel. Who can come in and fix that? Who can do that? You know what I mean? So we're going to look at different avenues. We're even going to talk about John Harbaugh being fired from Baltimore. Could he be a potential candidate? And what could he bring with him to the Raiders if the Raiders do decide to go that route and sign him as the next head coach of our Las Vegas Raiders, man? So we're going to get into it, deep breakdown, deep dive, and it makes sense. A lot of stuff on here is going to, well, all of it's going to make sense, but there's going to be people that you also want to keep your eye and ear open towards that's not being mentioned. not being mentioned. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get into it, man. Let me get up with y'all, with the rest of y'all, man. I'm glad y'all here, man, for real. Raiders. Oh shit, who else was we got up in the building, man? Let me see. Shout out to everybody, man. Oh man, that's a long ass fucking name. No, but hey, shout out to you. Eric Raiders hater. Man, he just ran too many words, bro. You know my I only got to a ninth grade education. I skipped the rest of the years. And I didn't graduate. So hey, just deal with me and my GED, man. General educational dummy. That's what it is. GED. I'm a general educated dummy. So let's go, man, for real. Who else? Misguided Angel, of course, we in the building. Sacktown Raider Mike, I gotta make sure I got everybody, man. Raider first downs in the building. What it is. Salute to you, my brother. Hope all is well. We up in here today. We're gonna get into it, man. Okay, matter of fact, let's just get into it. All right. So Raiders are not, and it's not just the head coaching job we're looking for. There's other teams looking for head coaches as well. You know, Cleveland fired theirs. Baltimore fired theirs. The Giants have an opening. Atlanta has an opening. Now we're playing musical chairs, and now it's going to come down to the interest of these candidates as far as which more is attractive. Now, I think the top two attractive stops are going to be number one, Baltimore Ravens, hands down. They are a playoff team. Even though they lost to Pittsburgh on that missed field goal attempt to win the game, it was there for them. It's no different than us beating Kansas City on a 60-yarder. It was there for the taking. They just didn't take it. You know what I mean? They took it, but they didn't take it, if you get my drift. But they took it raw and uncut with no KY. But shout out to Diddy. The thing is, that's the most attractive job on the market. The most attractive head coach on the market is Harbaugh. Those two separated and went separate ways. Now, Baltimore is not going to rehire a Harbaugh. That's, you know what I mean? Just if the best candidate and the best job is there and they separated, here go the musical chairs. Harbaugh is going to go to the next best thing. Now, I think our job is attractive for the fact that we do have the number one overall pick. We do have 10 picks in the draft. We do have, from what I'm hearing, between 109 and 120 million under the cap. Quarterback is our need. Quarterback is going to be there at the number one pick in the draft. It's a done deal. And it could be the Heisman Trophy winner, Fernando Mendoza of Indiana. Now, that's going to be very intriguing. Is that intriguing enough for a Harbaugh to be like, you know what? And I get to play my brother twice a year in the same division? It could be. I got money to play. I got Tom Brady. You know what I mean? The Spy Tech. You know what I mean? It's attractive to him being the number one candidate. Atlanta, it's hard for me to even consume that for the fact that Michael Penix Jr. is revisiting the knee issues that he had in college. Cleveland, who the fuck? Nothing survives in Cleveland. It's like a radioactive zone. The only cockroaches survive. You know what I mean? And their quarterback situation is dysfunctional. You got a serial jack-off artist that's on a fully guaranteed contract. I think with a year left with like over $100 and something million on there. Matter of fact, let me see exactly. I don't want to give y'all false information. How much guaranteed money is left on Deshaun Watson's contract with the Cleveland Browns?
Deshaun Watson has roughly $46 million guaranteed in his contract with the Cleveland Browns for the 2026 season. Restructuring has shifted payments, but the total guarantee remains, with a significant commitment after 2025.
So, $46 million is left on his deal. It's time, you know what I mean? I think he's on his way out. Just one more year. If they June 1st him, post June 1st, that 46 gets broken down into 23 million over 2 years. That 46 gets broken down in 2 years. So now it's only a $23 million hit, and you got two rookie quarterbacks under rookie deals that were not drafted in the first or second round. You feel me? So That's Cleveland, but it's still a merry-go-round of quarterbacks there. Deshaun Watson possibly can be a June 1st release, and I see that being such. Why take unless they just want to be fully done with it? We'll take the hit this year, give them the fully guaranteed $46 million, and just be done with it, rather than splitting it for 2 years for 2026 and 2027 at $23 million apiece. You know what I mean? Let's just get rid of it this year. We can absorb it. That's the thing I'm looking at. And they got multiple draft picks, so that could be interesting. It could be. But we know in the past, Cleveland, Bernie Kosar is not coming through that door. You know what I mean? So Jim Brown is not coming. Rest in peace, Jim Brown. Jim Brown is not coming through that door. So it's a whole different dynamic with that team. So that I think that puts them lesser than us, even though they do have a shitload of draft picks, first rounders, that is, as well as 2 rookie quarterbacks that they still got to find their way. You can't gauge them on the rookie. They're going to go through their bumps and with Shador Sanders and Dylan Gabriel. They're going to go through their ups and downs. We've seen it with Drake May in New England. They're in the playoffs. We've seen the ups and boops. I'm tongue-tied. We see the bumps going on with Caleb Williams in Chicago. They're in the playoffs. Second year. So after the first year, let's see what happens in the second year. That's what you gauge them on. Is there an upswing of potential and production from the year previous? So that's another one. Us. This coach can come here. You have the Tom Brady's working with the spy techs. You have, once again, we have 10, as we see it right now, 10 draft picks waiting on the compensatories, and at the end of which round are they going to grant us those picks? The end of the 3rd, and the end of the 4th, the end of the 5th. We don't know yet. We had 2 extra picks coming from Jacoby Myers being traded to Jacksonville, a 4th and a 6th. That's there in play. We got the number 1 overall pick. We don't have the number 1 pick in every round due to the fact that there's 4 teams with the same record, so they're going to switch off. So the first round, we got the first pick. Second round, we drop back down to 4. Now here goes the rotation. You know what I mean? Third round, 3rd pick of that of that round. 4th round, now we're back up to 2nd in the 4th. So 4th and 5th, we're back from 2nd and 1st, and we got multiple picks as well. Like I said, in that, I think we got 2 picks in the 5th round as well. Let me see. As it stands currently, which picks do the Raiders have in the 2026 NFL Draft?
The Raiders currently have the number 1 overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, and they are projected to have a total of 10 picks. This includes their own picks in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 6th, and 7th rounds, plus some additional picks from trades and expected compensatory selections.
Compensatory picks in rounds. Let's see. Compensatories in. Hold on, let me check on this, dog. Bishop! What the fuck is you doing? Where you at? Boy, you done knocked all your damn food off. You stay right after there until I get done with the podcast, boy. Crazy ass dog. All right, I'm back. My dog, I got a puppy, man. He's 3 months old, man. Bishop is a French bulldog, man, and he gets into everything. I try to give him some leeway while I do my podcast, but he in there, he flips over his bowl and shit in his cage. But I'm dealing. He's all right. What was I talking about? Oh, the draft picks. So we do got compensatory picks. They assume. Let me see. From what they say, compensatory picks in rounds 4 and 5, though exact positions will solidify after playoffs. So after the playoffs, we will know exactly 5th through 5. We got compensatories. We don't know where exactly they're going to be, but after the playoffs, it's going to all unfold. Not to mention the rumors of Max Crosby. We don't know if that's going to happen. I think the needle's more towards it not, compared to what it is. A new coach coming in probably will want Max Crosby here for that defensive line, and we just got to add pieces around him to solidify the trenches on the D-line. Let me see. What else we got in here? We got a hit in free agency and the draft. We just got to plug specific positions in free agency. Like if we can go get what's it, Lindenbaum, the center from Baltimore, I think that will shift everything on that offensive line where you don't really have to worry about it after that. I think one move, and it can either be center or it can be a guard. One of those two positions have to be hit in free agency with somebody a monster. I would love to have a monster at center because then now knowing what we got in Charles Grant and Caleb Rogers, you could put Caleb Grant at right, or matter of fact, don't put him. Let him compete with DJ Glaze at right tackle. Let them go at it. You know what I mean? Caleb Rogers, bring him in at a guard position. JPJ will be back. Put him at a guard position. Cole Miller will be back at left tackle. Now Lindenbaum at mother freaking fracking center. That realigns everything. I think we got a solid ass offensive line with those guys right there. And depending on what happens at right tackle between Glaze and Grant. Now we go in there and get depth. Of course, we can go into the draft and grab, if we got a guy in the draft that's better than what we think is on the roster already, don't be shy. You better, cock back that hammer and pull that trigger. For real, for real. Don't close your eyes when you shoot neither. You feel me? So go ahead and I think the offense, once they get that offensive line legit, and it's like I said, it's gonna take one move. One move, even if it ain't a center, you go guard. You put JPJ back at center, and you draft that guard or get us guard in free agency. Bam! You still got Caleb Rogers as at the guard spot. Charles Grant still can battle at the right tackle with Glaze. Your line is gonna be reshuffled, recalibrated back to what it needs to be in protecting a rookie quarterback. If Mendoza, if he's the pick, you got to make sure he's upright and he's clean. That starts with the offensive line. So that's a first study, but we don't have to go into the draft and spend our first 4 draft picks on offensive linemen. I mean, that's not even a real thing doing that shit, but you never know. I done seen teams draft quarterback after quarterback after quarterback and fail. You know what I mean? So it all depends on who's doing the selecting, not where you're selecting at. But let me quit talking on, we got all that breakdown fundamentals. I want to get into this breakdown of the potential coaches that could be coming here that are offensive minded, since we will be dealing with an offensive that needs to be fixed with a new quarterback at the helm. If we do go quarterback, I don't know what the Raiders' thoughts are on Dante Moore or Fernando Mendoza. We don't even know where they stand at, which you shouldn't. Because what they could do is play the game of making people think they don't want none of these guys and they're willing to trade back. That's a key. That's a key. So if they can, and you would have to do that if you want to make the Jets go from 2 to 1. They're still gonna have, if you want to go from 2 to 1 and you really like Mendoza, we want 3 first-round draft picks. We want a second and your firstborn. That's just what it is. That's the price. You really want them? Especially, here's the thing that'll also make it better. If Dante Moore does not declare for the NFL draft and he goes back to Oregon, now you're down to Mendoza. So it's not like the Jets can sit there and tool and be like, well, if we don't get Mendoza, we'll just draft Moore. If Moore's out the picture, now that number 1 becomes really valuable, with Mendoza the only main number 1 overall pick in the draft, because you're not going to go old boy from Alabama. You know what I mean? That's too high. So you're playing this game. We don't know what the Raiders are going to do, and the Raiders shouldn't let the world know what they're going to do. And to play this game, because you never know. If they come with a king's ransom for that number 1 overall pick, like for instance, if the Jets, give us that, because the Jets got, watch this. Let me tell you how many first-round picks the Jets got this year and next year. How many first-round picks does the New York Jets have in the 2026 draft and the 2027 draft?
The New York Jets have 2 first-round picks for the 2026 draft, including their own and 1 from the Colts. They also have 3 first-round picks in 2027, which includes their own, and picks from the Colts and Cowboys.
They have 5 first-round picks in the next 2 years. Now, they can sit and they could be a player next year. If Dante Moore goes back to college and they like Dante Moore, they can wait next year, which you have an Arch Manning should be coming out. Lenore Sellers should be coming out next year. See, this draft was supposed to be that draft if those guys would have came out this year. They're going back to college, so it's most likely an Arch Manning be the next year if he comes out next year. Because now these NIL deals, these guys are getting paid. They're getting paid. So it's like, I don't have to rush to the NFL now. I can stay in college and get the same amount of money as if I wasn't in the pros. So that changes the whole dynamic. Now, if the Jets want to, they got 3 first-round picks next year. Most likely, they're going to suck ass this coming season, so their own pick is going to be high. They got Dallas and they got the Colts. Now, the Colts going to probably drop down. There's another connection with the Colts we're going to bring into this video in a minute. But yeah, the Jets they're playing with house money. 5 picks, 5 first-round picks in this draft, the next draft. We want some of them. If you want to move up to 1, we want some of them. Hey, unask that shoot. For real. Shout out to Alec M in the building, man. Salute to you. Hope all is well. $3 million from Oregon, still much less than being a top 10 draft pick. No. What $3 million from Oregon? You ain't heard what Dante Moore going back? You know that's Nike money there at Oregon, right? You know Nike is the one breading out these youngsters to come back. And if they really want Dante Moore to come back and he's on the fence, they're going to sweeten the pot. Plain and simple. They're going to sweeten. SoCal South, exactly. The Jets will fuck up those first-round picks, so why not take it off their hands? Look, bro, y'all don't know what to do with it. You got a defensive-minded head coach, and your offense is trashola. We traded you Devontae Adams, and you had Aaron Rodgers, and that shit didn't work, but Aaron Rodgers goes to Pittsburgh and makes the playoffs. It's just a cesspool of nothing. The Jets dude, I'm hearing that it's a rumor, and I don't know if it's factual, but Dante Moore don't want to go to the Jets either. So unless he's number 1 overall, which he can talk to, if his agents go talk to the Raiders and be like, look, if you make my client Dante Moore number 1 overall, we won't go back to college. We'll be available. We don't want to go to the Jets. Do not trade your pick to the Jets. I heard somebody say that shit too. I think on the 50-50 podcast with Severe and Pharaoh, I was getting ready to say Pharaoh Munch, the rapper, Pharaoh NFL. They were talking about that on their podcast too. I forgot what snippet it came from, but they were saying, we don't want to go to the Jets. But then I heard that there's tweets out there that Dante was like, not really directly dissing the Jets, but you know what I mean? Sneak dissing, as they call it. But okay, let's get into the breakdown, man. Let me make sure I got everybody up in here. All right, man, let's go. All right, so here's a breakdown of the potential offensive-minded coaches that the Raiders could be interested in, since it looks like we will be drafting a quarterback. Who can come in here and get this offense right when you got a Brock Bowers, a Michael Mayer, a Genty, a Trey Tucker, a Thornton, a Besh? You got a nice young offense with weapons. You fix that offensive line by one move. Like I said, it's one move. All you got to make. Either you go out and sign or draft a center or do the same at the guard spot, and everything else is going to fall in line. Bap, right down the line with a nice young offensive line. We'll worry about Colton Miller's future as far as when he got an extension, so he's locked down and loaded. But after him, what do we do? Maybe eventually we move Charles Grant if he fits left tackle better than right tackle, and then we'll fill his shoes in the future with a free agent or maybe even a draft pick. So a lot of things is in our favor. This can be fixed quickly. It's not like we don't have weapons. We just don't have anyone to get them the ball. That's it. So without further delay, man, here's a breakdown of the potential coaches that the Raiders could look at for this team that are all offensive-minded, man. Let's go.
Here's a look at offensive-minded head coaching prospects who could realistically make sense for the Las Vegas Raiders head coaching job in this cycle, especially given they're coming off firing Pete Carroll, hold the number 1 pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, and maybe targeting a quarterback to build around. Top offensive head coaching candidates: 1. Clint Kubiak, Seattle Seahawks OC. A rising offensive coordinator currently with the NFC's top-seeded Seahawks, has led effective offenses, top 10 in points, and succeeded with imperfect QB play. Seen as one of the best offensive minds available this coaching cycle. Why he makes sense. Young, innovative, tailored to develop a new QB with the Raiders' top draft pick. 2. Cliff Kingsbury, former NFL HC, OC, former head coach and offensive coordinator with a modern offensive system. Utilizes RPOs, play action, and quarterback-friendly concepts. Why he'll interest the Raiders. Could implement a high-tempo attack and develop a franchise QB, especially with a top pick. His offensive philosophy meshes with wide-open attacking football, appealing if the Raiders want to maximize their young offensive talent. 3. Joe Brady, offensive play caller, highly respected offensive mind with experience as an OC, and previously with elite quarterback play at LSU, Saints, and Bills. Seen by some insiders as ready for a head coaching opportunity now that the market is wide open. Why it matters. Brady's creative passing game concepts make him a good fit for a QB-centric rebuild. 4. Mike LaFleur, offensive coordinator, Rams, has been mentioned as an emerging offensive coordinator candidate who could transition to head coach. Known for scheming effective NFL offenses and helping quarterbacks succeed, Raiders tie-in could bring a balanced, modern offensive approach paired with a youth movement. Other offensive-oriented names to watch. These aren't always top favorites but could draw interviews or consideration. Todd Monken, veteran offensive coordinator with success in multiple systems, could bring experience scheming and leadership. If the Ravens also release John Harbaugh's coaching staff and the Raiders are targeting Harbaugh for their next head coach, Monken could potentially be the OC coming over with Harbaugh. Matt Nagy, former head coach and offensive coordinator with broad experience. His experience with quarterbacks could be valuable, though opinions are mixed. Jim Bob Cooter, known as a senior offensive coach with experience calling plays, could be an under-the-radar candidate. Why offensive fit matters for the Raiders. The Raiders are in a rebuild phase, with the first overall pick likely going to a quarterback and a young offensive core that needs development and creativity. An offensive head coach with strong play-calling experience and QB development skills would align with that vision.
And that's the breakdown what we got. There's a lot of good candidates. Joe Bob Cooter is one that ain't nobody talking about with Indianapolis. What he did with Indianapolis this year with the offense, you might want to pay him some mind. Matt Nagy is another one. You know what I mean? Weakening one of our divisional rivals, taking away somebody that knows that offense and bringing them here, that could be a possibility. But I don't know if we want young blood or if we want somebody that knows how to come in here and take this shit from the bottom up, because that's basically what and I don't think we're at the bottom. A lot of people might say our franchise is at the bottom. I don't believe that because of the weapons that we do have that's still here intact, and they're young guys. You know what I mean? Offensively, like I mentioned, you got Colton Miller at left tackle. Left guard is what you got to figure out. Caleb Rogers, I think right now the rookie, he showed potential. You got center. JPJ can go back to the center, which we know what was going on with him shifting and competing for guard instead of center. And I mean, all that bullshit is gone now. You know what I mean? Pete Carroll's no longer here. So now you can bring Jackson Powers Johnson back at center. Now your left side of the line is set. Now what's next is your right guard. That's when you go ahead and you go into free agency and you either go sign a right guard or you draft one. Either that, or once we said at center, you can keep JPJ at guard because he was still a good guard. You go get Lindenbaum, the center from Baltimore, at center. You put JPJ at right guard. Now what do you do at right tackle? We still got Charles Grant, rookie, that showed promise as well. Let them compete for the right tackle spot. Glaze, Grant, whoever gets it, bam, gets the starting job. The loser, you're the backup. That's creating depth as well as finding our starter. Now you got a young offensive line. We know that Colton Miller is long in the tooth, but you got guys such as Charles Grant, rookie, Caleb Rogers, rookie, JPJ, second year, DJ Glaze, second year. You got a nice young offensive line that you can have them stay together, build continuity, and have that group of guys that's going to move as one and protect the rookie quarterback coming in, whether it's Mendoza or Dante Moore from Oregon. So it's a lot going into this. The line is not that far off. We just got to put guys in the rightful position and get the guys that show promise, give them more reps to develop into what they're going to become. If they're not going to become great and they're, but they're serviceable, then we'll find somebody that can start and they can back them up. You know what I mean? So the line is not that far off. Now we look at the weapons. If somebody wants to come in and run 12 personnel with 2 tight ends, even if we want to go 13, but 12, you have Michael Mayer and you got Brock Bowers as your 1 and 2. You're talking about a third-year tight end and a second-year tight end. There's more youth compared to go along with this offensive line as first and second-year players. Then you got a rookie quarterback coming in first year. You got a first-year Thornton that will be second year next year, along with Jack Best, who's a first year going to be second year. You got Genty, who's a first year going to be a second year running back. You got weapons. So an offensive-minded coach, I think if he's the right mind to come in here and be the head coach, that offensive line could be very, very potent. I'm just imagining what Cooter, I'm trip off of that. what Cooter can do coming from Indianapolis, what he did with that offense with a hellified running back and just tremendous output that offense put in Indianapolis. Bring him over here, and what do you think he's going to do with a Bowers, Mayers, Genty, Thornton, Besh, Trey Tucker? You know what I mean? Not even to mention the quiet guys that a lot of people that ain't Raider fans don't know about, like Shedrick Jackson, Bo Jackson's nephew, shows promise. Plain and simple. You go get Genty, your running mate in this year's draft. I like the running back from Penn State. That's your Thunder and Lightning. You figure at 6'3", 230 pounds and runs a 4.40. Him and Genty, boy, you wear down teams. And if you got the lead going into the fourth quarter, all you got to do is hand off the ball. You got if you get Mendoza, a big 6'5", cornbread fed, Cuban sandwiches, Cuban links, whatever. You bring his ass over here, that's another guy that can use his legs and mobility. He's going to be a threat for whoever. Dante Moore's the same way. I think Dante Moore and Mendoza's not that far off. I would not be sad if either one of them was the number 1 pick. I look at them as 1A, 1B. Plain and simple. You can't go wrong, I don't think, especially with the right guy. And Cooter doing what he did with Indianapolis is but not just that, Kubiak with the Seattle Seahawks. After they got rid of Geno, look what they did. I think Geno was just, I heard he unfollowed the Raiders and all that, man. You need to unfollow yourself, bro, because you're not a good, decent human being the way you be acting. You're supposed to be a grown-ass man. What happened to all that's why you get paid the big money in a flag football game. Nobody gives a fuck, man. I just hate poor sport ass. Nigga, if you got motherfucking Pete Carroll fired, nigga. Let's call a ball and a strike. Pete Carroll should be pissed at your punk ass. You got him fired. Throwing them old bullshit ass interceptions, and you want to unfollow a team that traded we could have kept that draft pick and drafted a jugs machine or something that could have made sure they got the ball off and completed. You dumb son of a bitch. Now I ranted. But the Raiders got promised, but an offensive line, I think he would see this situation and he's gonna get paid. Mark Davis is gonna pay you, bro. We're paying like 20 different coaches who ain't even on the team no more. If this was a strip club, these hoes would be loving him. Oh, he's making it rain. Who's next in line? But you get the right guy with the right salary in the right situation, and big things can happen. Now, Max Crosby is the thing that's the elephant in the room. Do we actually are open to trading him? Trading Max Crosby, if you rebuilding, trading Max Crosby will connect you 3 first-round picks. And I said, if the Raiders trade Max Crosby, target the Cleveland Browns. Target them. Why? They have 2 first-round picks this year and will take their first next year. Give us your 3 first-round picks, and you could put it in the the only thing Cleveland has going for them. Hey, shout out to 213 Vibes. Thank you for subscribing, man. Hey, we're here Monday through Friday, about almost every Friday. Let me slow down on that one. If I come on this Friday, it'll be early. But you know it's the Ducks versus Indiana. Oh, and that's another thing. Ducks versus Indiana going down Friday. We get to actually see Dante Moore versus Fernando Mendoza. So we get a twofer. We get to see two quarterbacks that potentially could be silver and black with the first pick and see what they do against two damn good defenses. That's the key. It's not Dante versus Fernando. It's Dante versus Indiana's defense and Indiana's Mendoza or Fernando Mendoza going against Oregon's defense. What do they look like under pressure? That's all that matters. A clean pocket, anybody can get them. But you put them in a pressure type situation, how do they react? This Friday, 4:30, hey, it's on and cracking. But most likely I will do a show. Let's see, because my son got a basketball game Friday night, so I'm going to it. And but I will do a show. What time I want to do the show? Because I'm gonna leave here. He get out of school at 3:15. Got to get him out of school and then go to the school where the game is at. But I'll be able to watch the game on my film, though. I mean, on my phone. So I'm gonna be watching the game, ducked out. You know, duck gang. You feel me? Shout out to everybody out there, man. It's must watch, man. It's gonna 213 Vibes. Hey, salute. Hey, it's a big deal for us, Raider fan. See, this game, this college game is more than just if you're a Duck fan or Indiana Hoosier fan. It's football. And we got the first pick with two of the best quarterbacks that possibly could be in this draft. What do we do? What do we do? Well, now we get to see them on the big stage. On Friday night football college version playoffs. Ain't nothing like win, you continue on to face the winner of Ole Miss in Miami, lose, you going home. If Dante Moore loses, does he return back to Oregon, or does he still declare? If Oregon wins, does he take it to where if he wins a national championship, does he declare? Mendoza coming out regardless. Heisman Trophy winner. It's a lot going on in this game, and it all affects the Raider Nation, man. Hey, we ready for it. Hey, get your drinks ready, your popcorn, all that shit. But with that being said, man, yes, we're here basically Monday through Friday. I'll do a show early Friday. If I do a show early on Friday, it'll probably be, I might try to do it about 1 o'clock. Let me see. I'm going to leave here about 2:30, 1 to 2. Yeah. So if I do a show on Friday, it'll be 1 o'clock. We're going to go over the Ducks versus the Hoosiers game because it's a big, big, big game for us Raider fans, man, as far as what do we do with the number 1 overall pick. But you guys enjoy your hump day, man. Hey, I'm glad you guys pulled up. Please subscribe, like, and share. Once we hit 3,000 subs, I will be giving away one free, yeah, of course it's free in a raffle, one TV to one lucky subscriber. You must be subscribed to the channel. We'll hold the, once we hit 3,000, which will probably be next season. Like I say, it's slow motion on mine because a lot of times, especially with the holidays, I be MIA. I ain't gonna lie. And some people don't even like the content I give you because I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But hey, if you enjoy this and bad and cussing and foul language don't don't push you another direction, you're always welcome here at the Lunatic Raiders show. So with that being said, man, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We about to do this shit. We about to see who should be the number 1 quarterback in this year's draft. If they both come out, man. I'm juiced. I hope y'all juiced. Shout out to everybody on Instagram, man. Salute to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure I don't miss out on anything going on over here. Yes, I think we will draft draft the quarterback number 1 overall. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. Y'all enjoy your Wednesday. Be safe. Make it back home to your loved ones, man. That's very important. That we one nation, man. We the only ones that's gonna give a damn about us. Because everybody else, either they hating or they just bitch made. So with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your Wednesday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same Raider time, same Raider channel, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. I hope y'all enjoyed today's show, and I look forward in bringing you more. And hopefully, we'll get some good news with the direction this franchise goes with the head coaching search. With that being said, I'm Lunatic Raider. This is Raiders Allegiance, and like I always say about this time, I'm out this bitch. Ha ha.